Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Memorial Field. A little bit delayed, but here we are. It's time for Charger football on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. Alongside my broadcast partner, Nelson Wilson, I'm Justin Barker on a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Sioux City. Coming a little late, obviously, a 5 o'clock kickoff tonight. That was not the original kick time, but here we are, and that's all that matters, Nelly. Got the 4-2 Chargers, 3-2 in GPAC play, taking on Northwestern, who's 2-3, and 2-3 in GPAC play. And as a lot of coaches say very often, Nelly, coming off of a very tough game at Dort last week, you give that game a couple of hours and you flush it and you go back to work. Talked to Coach Ledecky the other day, and very confident in the way that his team flushed that game and got back to work this week. He was very, very happy with the way that the Chargers attacked practice, the way that they attacked their preparation for the week. So I know that, well, we got to do the national anthem. We'll be back, and then we'll get your thoughts, Mr. Nelly. The Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com.
This is the GPAC Football Saturday Report for Saturday, October 11. Brought to you by the Great Plains Athletic Conference and Dakota Mac, a division of First Dakota National Bank and presenting sponsor of the GPAC Network. On your GPAC Football Saturday Report this week, let's begin with last Saturday's scoreboard. Dort defeated Briar 51-0 in Sioux Center. Dakota Wesleyan wins at Doane 33-7. Concordia wins in Yankton over Mount Marty 52-43. Morningside at home defeated Waldorf 69-6, and Hastings wins at Northwestern. The final in Orange City was 10-9. Midland had the bye last week in conference action. Let's go to our Hoffman America Sports Football Players of the Week. Carlos Collazo, running back from Concordia, is the Offensive Player of the Week. The junior from Marquette, Nebraska, had 283 yards rushing on 39 carries, a school record for the Bulldogs. He had 2 touchdowns. Both of those came late in the game, and he leads the conference at 140 yards rushing per contest. Wyatt Ryan, linebacker from Hastings, is the Defensive Player of the Week, and he's a senior from Overton, Nebraska. He had a big 5-yard pick six against Northwestern for the Broncos. He also added 2 solo tackles and led a Bronco defense that held Northwestern under 100 yards rushing in the game. And Stephen Leinen, kicker for Dort, is the Special Teams Player of the Week. He's a junior from Harlan, Iowa. He had field goals of 47 and 60 yards. That 60-yarder ties the GPAC record. Eli Stater from Northwestern had a 60-yarder last year, and Leinen with a 60-yarder last week. He was also 6 for 6 on PATs in the game played in Sioux Center. That's a look back at last week around the Great Plains Athletic Conference for football. Coming up after the break, we'll preview this week in GPAC football. The GPAC Football Saturday Report rolls on, but first this from Dakota Mac.
When people ask what is Dakota Mac, the first thing I let people know is that it's a division of First Dakota. Always has been, hopefully always will be. And we work with bankers, most notably our First Dakota bankers and our Dakota Mac loan production offices. And then we work with producers out there to offer competitive long-term fixed-rate financing for ag producers.
Dakota Mac is a division of First Dakota National Bank. For more, go to dakotamac.com.
Welcome back to another week of GPAC football. Let's go to the schedule. 4 1 o'clock games on the slate this Saturday. Briar at home, where the Chargers will host Northwestern and the Red Raiders. Midland travels to Seward to take on Concordia and the Bulldogs. Waldorf home, where they will host Dort and the Defenders. And Morningside goes to Mitchell, and they will match up with Dakota Wesleyan again at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 6 o'clock game in Crete, Nebraska, has the Doane Tigers hosting Mount Marty and the Lancers. Hastings has the bye this week for GPAC football. Let's go to the new NAIA Top 25 poll released earlier this week. Grandview holds down the number 1 spot in the country. The Vikings are 5-0. They received all 15 first-place votes in that number 1 spot. Kaiser is number 2. Benedictine is 3. Morningside checks in at number 4 once again, with Friends at number 5. In the 6th spot is Lindsey Wilson. At 7 is Montana Tech. At 8, Montana Western. St. Thomas is ranked 9th, and Campbellsville is ranked 10th. Dort moves up 2 spots this week to number 11 in the NAIA Top 25. Concordia also up 2 spots. The Bulldogs set at number 17. Northwestern is receiving votes. This has been your GPAC Football Saturday Report for October 11, presented by Dakota Mac. I'm Corey Westra for the Great Plains Athletic Conference.
Thank you, Corey, and welcome back to Memorial Field here on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. He's Nelly, I'm JB, and Nelly, the thought that I wanted to get from you as a coach and as a guy that's had to bounce back from games that didn't necessarily go the way that you wanted to, because every coach has to do that, has to go through the process. You tell your team to flush it. You tell your team to move on. How easy is that?
Unless it's your last game of the season and you got a whole off season to think about it, you go out and you get ready for the next game. Pretty simple, really is. So
don't look ahead, 1 week at a time, all that stuff.
Yep,
I like it. Well, it's bounce back time for the Cliff, sitting at 4-2, Northwestern at 2-3, and obviously we played the GPAC Saturday Report, and 3 of the games already are complete, including an upset. Midland 60, number 17 Concordia 52. That game overtime as Midland, the Warriors, get the upset win. Number 4 Morningside, a winner over Dakota Wesleyan 49-17, and number 11 Dort over Waldorf 59-7. Mount Marty and Doane will play a little bit later on. But time for football here on the Charger Sports Network. Braden Bosma and Gardner Casey are back deep for the Northwestern Red Raiders. They wear red football pants, white unis, Raiders written across the front in red, and red numbers, white helmets with the black Northwestern College logo on it. For the Chargers, they go with blue tops and white bottoms today, and the bright blue lids with their number on the left side and bolt on the right side. So it's time for football. Thank you to the Abu Becker Shriners, our game sponsor here today. Had a kid captain, Jackson Harms, out of Sergeant Bluff, Iowa. Congratulations, young man. Whenever you get the opportunity to do something cool like that, it means that young man has battled adversity and done it very, very, very well. Kickoff is short. Line drive bounces at the 40, taken there, and no return whatsoever for Tyson Bama. And the Red Raider offense will make their way onto the field with Colby Duncan, their sophomore quarterback, 6'2" and 195-pounder, out of Papillion, Nebraska. He's thrown for 537, run for 267 on the season. So a dual-threat quarterback for Colby Duncan. It's Gardner Casey, the running back, Carson Ness, the wide receiver, Cohen Jacobs play at wide receiver as well, and Tanner Scouten from Orange City will be one of the other wideouts for the Red Raiders. But the sun shining nice and bright. We'll deal with the sun for, about an hour and a half. It'll start setting here really before we know it. But the empty backfield will start the day for the Red Raiders. First down and 10, ball at the 42. Duncan wants to throw, flushed out of the pocket, throws on the run, has a man, and it's caught.
Wow.
It is caught at the 39-yard line. Austin Gerard making the catch.
When he had a defender, the defender that time was draped all over him. So a great attempt and catch there by the receiver.
Nice little adjustment to go down and get it because the ball was a skosh underthrown, but it'll be first and 10. Ball at the 39. Charger defense led by Ethan Dolan, Blake Hogenkamp, Michael and Joseph Caceres up front, Max Rascon Jr., Johnny Bowser, and Kyle Gibson are the linebackers. It's Ben Greer and Kevon Booker, the defensive backs. Handoff, work into the near side. We'll get 2, maybe 3 yards by Braden Bosma. The safeties are Cale Forsyth and Sioux City's Dayton Harrell. Well, they give him 6, actually. He tiptoed down the sideline here. They were right in front of the players, so I didn't really have the angle to see how long he stayed in bounds. So second down and 4. Just underway. The second down run goes absolutely nowhere. A nice play up the middle by Max Rascon Jr. Handoff went to Gardner Casey, the freshman out of Bolivar, Missouri. He gets maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 3, and a big defensive play right out of the chute for the Charger defense.
Yes, it's huge, and that front line matchup is going to be interesting to watch and fun throughout this game.
So it'll be 3rd down. Actually, they give him no gain, so 3rd down and 4. Gerard in motion. He'll come into the backfield with Colby Duncan. Duncan wants to throw. Given some time. Now he takes off. He's going to run for the 1st down and more inside the 20 and is tackled at the 16 by Dayton Harrell as he falls forward to the 15-yard line as the crowd continues to file in here to Memorial Field. Needed loud and proud here for the Chargers here this afternoon. No score, just underway. Ball sits at the 16-yard line. Gardner Casey brings the play in to the Northwestern huddle. Red Raiders coming off a 10-9 loss against Hastings last week on a very, very windy Saturday afternoon in Northwest Iowa. Casey in motion, gets the handoff on the way by, cuts it up at the hash mark, now works outside the numbers and continues that run. And is close to the pylon. Let's see if he got in. That's a very delayed call down there. He's going to be marked down, I believe, at the 1. So it'll be 1st down and goal at the 1.
When right now, outside of that pass to start the game, Northwestern has just decided that we're going to run and we're going to take what we get with our running game here. So Briar Cliff, our Chargers being tested very, very early.
Definitely saw something they liked on the film throughout this week. Ball is actually inside the 1. So it's 1st down and goal. Red Raiders 11:20 to play here in the 1st quarter. They will split a receiver out wide. Carson Ness. Snap. Duncan. And is stuck. But he squirrels out of it, gets into the end zone. He was hit pretty well, Nelly, about the 1. Made a nice spin move, got into the end zone.
Yeah.
Touchdown Northwestern.
It's one of those things where we could have had one more guy there to help clean that up. But the initial stop was like right at the 1.
Had him hit, but a good job by Duncan. And the extra point is blocked. Nice play by the Chargers special teams. Plays like that can come up huge down the way after giving up early points. The Charger offense has got to answer here pretty quick. Today's game is brought to you by Ward Electric Company, Kneffler Chevrolet, Surf Pro of Siouxland, RBC Wealth Management, and Sport Clips. So it's 6-0 Northwestern on the Duncan run from 1 yard away. And Nelly, just like we say, it's the offense has got to respond, and they got to do it right away.
Yeah, well, the nice thing here is, not that you ever want to take a punch in the mouth, but the defense knows kind of next time out what they're going to get a heavy dose of, and we can make some adjustments here on the sideline and be ready for our second defensive possession. So.
That's a 6-play, 63-yard drive, but very good starting field position. Kind of put the Charger defense on their heels a tad to get things moving, so. It's Briarcliff's turn. The opening possession for the Chargers as Flermy and Westbrook will go back deep. Jaden Westbrook, one of the more dynamic returners, one of the most dynamic returners in high school football last season. Giovanni Kabongo, the Lamar's Bulldog kicker, now kicking for Northwestern, boots it deep, and it'll go into the end zone for the touchback.
But if I remember right, he was a running back for them too last year, and
I think you're right.
Was exceptional.
Very, very, very good kicker. That's for sure. So the Chargers will have it 1st down and 10 with Brock Saya, the 6'3", 225-pound senior out of Johnston, Colorado. It's Flermy, Funderburk, Westbrook. The wide receivers, Chase Thomas and Iman Pittman will both play running back today here for Briar Cliff. Give you the offensive line here in just a minute as Westbrook goes in motion. They give it to him. On the way by, he's got a blocker out in front of him, cuts it up, has a first down and more across the 40 and out to the 45-yard line. Nice play by Jaden Westbrook of about 20 yards on first down.
I'm pretty nice. He was able to get the corner, but more importantly, he's able to get north and south and pick up meaningful yardage.
Absolutely love plays like that. It's Meyer, Voss, Dragstra, and Egley up front for the Red Raiders. Smythe, Lalumandir, and Hines, the linebackers. Yeltama, Fritz, Gross, and Klein are the secondary for Northwestern's defense. It is very, very good. Thomas on the handoff will get about 2. They'll give him 1 to the 45 on first down. It'll be second down and 9. No, now they are going to give him 2. The referee spots it at the 46. So it'll be second down and 8. Chargers send Funderburg here to the near side. It's Flaherty off to the far side. Got to get Kimani into this game early. He opens up the entire field. Same with Stephen Whiting. Those guys in here earlier, the better, I think. Saya, which Michael Hensley in motion. It goes to Thomas again, right up the middle, out to the 48-yard line. Got some wind coming into our faces here in the press box out of the south.
Feels nice.
I don't know, you're hogging all of it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Open up the window a little bit more.
No.
Then all your stuff will blow off.
Yeah, well, I got some stuff taped down, but some stuff we can't, so we don't want to do that. Third down and 6, near midfield to the 48-yard line. Saya takes the snap into a 5-step drop, and he's going to be dropped. Back at the 35-yard line, the sack by the Red Raider defense as they brought the pressure, led by big number 56, who's not on the roster. There's been some number changes, I know, trying to get some of those communicated to us.
Boy, that was an all-out bull rush that time, and the offensive lineman there was on his heels like right at the snap.
So it'll be punt formation for the Chargers. And it's Braden Bosma back deep. And it never made it back to Jacob Myers. And the Red Raiders will take over at the 34-yard line. Definitely not the start the Chargers were looking for here today. 8:28 to play in the first quarter. Briar Cliff trails at 6-0. Time for this defense to bend and not break and maybe make something happen here. Got to come up with something big. Try to help out the offense. Get the ball back as soon as possible. Duncan puts Mawson in motion, or make that Bo Bush in this play, the Pella, Iowa junior left-handed quarterback. His pass is complete to Mawson, or make it, Mawson. We got double numbers here, too. That doesn't really help. It is what it is. We got to go with it, but that's Luke Mawson, the tight end, the freshman tight end from Sioux Center. Might even be his first catch of the year right there, and a nice catch. 3 wides to the far side, single wide to the near for Bo Bush. Pella Dutch player, possibly, or Pella Christian. They got 2 down there now. I kind of forget about Pella Christian. He's chased around and gets out of the sack. Holds on to it now, throws deep down the field, has a man wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. Drew Alger with the touchdown. Alger makes the catch.
Boy, and that was just one of those where, like, he knew that his he went out of bounds. And he came back, and so not sure that's going to stand.
Okay.
Yeah, you see the near official, that'd be the side judge that has his hat off and is thrown at the spot. So
okay. See, that's why you're here, Nelly. You see those things. Oh,
Yep.
There it is down there. All right, so pull it back. Everybody's moving backwards. Nice throw by Bo Bush, but Yeah, still awaiting to see what the call is. As they got to regroup the offense who was off the field, and the special teams unit had already made it on.
It's a loss of down.
That's
too.
a loss of down as well.
Yep. Wow, that official is Johnny on the spot.
No kidding.
So
it'll go back to the 37-yard line. I think. It's still conferring are the referees. It should be third down at about 13, but they haven't moved the ball as of yet.
Huh? Oh.
So it's still third down and 3. It's just a loss of down.
That doesn't make sense to me. So it's an incomplete? That doesn't make sense. Huh.
All right, Bo Bush back in at quarterback as he empties the backfield on third down and 3. Given some time, looks near side, nothing. Hit as he throws, and it's complete once again to the same receiver into the inside the 5 to the 4. Drew Alger makes the catch as they go right back to him. It'll be first and goal at the 4.
Boy, and just a press defense on the wide receivers at the line of scrimmage, and that guy was able to set down in front of Harold there that time and get a completed pass.
So definitely a situation here for the Cliff where they cannot break. They can bend, but Bush remains the quarterback, turns, hands it off. Not much doing, if anything. No gain on the play by Solomon T., the redshirt freshman running back out of Sioux Center. It'll be second down and goal at the 4. And no gain officially. That's some big games and big-time college football. We'll give you some of those updates as our early evening progresses. I know Nellie's really interested in the Kent State UMass game. That's 1-4 against 0-5.
At basketball?
No.
Oh, okay.
And Marcus Camby doesn't play anymore. Bush back to pass. Looks to the far corner pylon, and it's overthrown and incomplete. Alger, the intended receiver. Ben Greer in coverage for Briar Cliff. It'll be third down and goal. You're not really interested in that score?
Nope.
Okay. 7th-ranked Indiana leads number 3 Oregon 20-13 out in Eugene with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
That was kind of the
big
match that everybody was talking about today.
Number 6 Oklahoma trails Texas 13-6 in the Red River rivalry. 14 minutes to go in that ball game.
Your Utes at that game, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Third down and goal at the 4. Bush back to throw, rushed, hit, fumbles the football, and it's loose. I think Briar Cliff has it.
Yes.
That would be absolutely huge by this defense. Absolutely huge.
And they come through.
And they do.
Wow, that is huge. And that linebacker that time, JB, came through the middle untouched. So I don't know if there was a blown assignment there, but
Phillip Benjamin with the big hit.
Wow, he absolutely smacked him.
And what he did from his defensive end spot, he curled around and came up the middle, Nelly, is what happened there by Phillip Benjamin, who put the big hit on. And that started the process. All right, offense, let's go.
Here we go.
Time to go.
Yes. So it's a nice job that time of just overwhelming that offensive line with not enough guys to block.
Absolutely huge play by the offense, or by the defense, to give the ball back to the offense. First down and 10 at the 11-yard line for Briar Cliff and Brock Saya. See if Saya can put the ball in the air here a little bit. Saya back to pass, given a little bit of time. Now the pocket collapses. He's going to go down again. This time inside the 5, back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7.
Boy, just dangerous territory now for sure.
And one thing you knew coming in about this Northwestern defense is that they are very, very, very good.
Well, and that was something that Coach Ledecky talked about in his, in your podcast with him yesterday.
Their defensive line unit and defensive unit as a whole is very, very talented.
Talks particularly about that nose guard.
Yeah, Tristan Voss. Saya turns and hands it off. It's Pittman. Pittman trying to get some of those yards back. Does out to the 9, maybe even the 10. That'd be a gain of 6 and would make it 3rd down and about 11. Nice run by Pittman, and that's exactly what they need. A little bit of a chunk play there and get some room. So big play here for the Briarcliff offense with 4:55 to go in the first, trailing 6-0.
Might be Stephen Whiting time here.
I don't disagree. I'll always root for that, though. Saya sees some pressure potentially coming off the edge. Points it out to a blocker. Saya will buy himself some time. Now he's going to take off. Tries to make a man miss. Reaches forward. He's going to be short of the first down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 9. They'll be 2 yards shy of the first down, but at least given a little bit more room here to try to not necessarily flip the field, but change field position up a little bit.
Yeah, well, in that time, just a great read by Saya as all of his receivers were covered pretty well downfield. So,
and Maryland leading Nebraska 34-21 in the fourth quarter. A 14-0 third quarter for the Terrapins has helped them take the lead. And it's a fake, and Myers has got room to run and more across the 30, 35, and out of bounds to the 39-yard line. What a play! The fake punt will continue the drive for the Chargers. Jacob Myers runs for the first down. There was nobody anywhere close to him. And I know that's something where, as a special teams coach, Nelly, you point some things out and say, if you see this, do this. If you don't, you'd better kick it.
Yeah, well, in that time, like, everybody was crashing. Even the ends there were crashing. The Gunners did a great job of taking the wide guys out of the play there. That's a great read.
So new life for the Charger offense, and a bit of Moe shot into the arm. Saya with a long snap count, turns, fakes the handoff, has Stephen Whiting, pass complete, gets past the first defender, takes the second one with him out to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards for the tight end Stephen Whiting on his first catch of the day. Nicholas Norman checks in at running back, already the third back to see time here for the Cliff today, and that's kind of what Coach Ledecky wants to do, is they all have different running styles. Norman, outside of right guard and tackle, gets it up for a first down into Northwestern territory of the 48-yard line. Nice play by Norman to see it and just keep extending it a little bit before turning it up.
Yeah, but that's just, it's a matter of just reading the field, and thought he did a great job there.
So inside Red Raider territory is the Cliff for the first time today. 2:25 to play first quarter. Norman off the left hip of Brock Saya. Saya takes a look. Play clock down to 8. Takes a snap. Saya stands in, throws. It's batted and incomplete as the ball falls at the 40-yard line. Getting a hand up was Jackson Smythe of Northwestern. So it'll fall to the ground and bring up second down and 10. And Flaherty will be the far side receiver. It's Ivan Funderburk, the Hamilton, California junior, to the near. Saya points out a blocking assignment. Hensley in motion. It'll go to Norman. Norman has a little bit of room, gets through the hole, spins off a tackle, and gets inside the 45 to the 44. It's a 4-yard gain, which will bring up 3rd down and 6.
Definitely a manageable down here. So,
and really, Nelly, no man's land here, being where you're at. I mean, obviously, you could try to put something in the corner and really pin him deep, but
yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, we've got the punter, and the punter's he's a nice punter. So
3rd down and 6. Thomas back into the backfield. Flaherty motions. Saya looks for him. Saya tries to dump it forward to Flaherty, and it's underthrown and incomplete. Brody Van Riggenmorter in coverage for Northwestern. And it will bring up 4th down and 6 with Jacob Myers in punt formation. Can't really say on to punt now, can we?
Yeah.
It's up for question. I don't think Northwestern's going to make the same mistake twice, but maybe they got something else drawn up. I don't know. Myers will kick it away, and the wind gets a hold of it and kind of kills it. But it will take a little bit of a Briar Cliff bounce and be down at the 19-yard line. Flag down with 1:12 to play here in the first quarter. Red Raiders decline the penalty and will take it over 1st down and 10 back at the 19-yard line. I think that's where it was spotted.
Yeah.
And Duncan will play quarterback. Colby Duncan will be back in for this drive, at least for this play. Red Raider coaching staff playing a couple of quarterbacks so far. It'll be Duncan with 4 wide receivers. Make it 5 wides at an empty backfield. 1st down and 10. Ball officially at the 18-yard line. Play clock at 15. Duncan fakes the handoff. He carries, spins off a tackle, then is hit by a couple of Chargers. Led on the way by Blake Hogenkamp and Dayton Harrell. He'll get a couple, 3, maybe 4, 5. They'll give him 5. Nice little piece of running. Just kind of working right up the middle, Nelly. Nothing too flashy, but playing ahead of the chains.
Yeah, well, they just did a great job that time of everybody carrying out their fakes and just freezing the linemen and the defense for a second there.
So 2nd down and 5. Ball out to the 23. Duncan wants to throw, absolutely crushed as he's thrown, and it's well underthrown and incomplete as he gets help back up from Johnny Bowser, who put the wood to him.
Yep. He's going to remember that hit, that's for sure.
Now, to his credit, stood in and took it.
He did.
He did. That's a tough quarterback right there. Hit me if you like, but I'm going to take it. So it's a big 3rd down and 5 play. 31 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Boston was in motion. Duncan rolls off to his left. Might have the angle for a 1st down, does, and then a lot more as he tiptoes up the sideline and out of bounds all the way across the 40 to the 45-yard line. That will definitely extend the drive on a gain of 22.
Well, it's just broken contained that time, as a couple of people had a couple different angles on them and just weren't very good angles.
So it's a 1st down and 10 for Northwestern, and they do not have to run a play here at the end of the quarter. We'll see if they do. They do not. That's the end of quarter number 1. Here at Memorial Field, it's Northwestern 6, And Briar Cliff, nothing on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com.
Cliff University, you're more than just a number. You're part of a community that sees you, supports you, and walks beside you every step of the way. With small class sizes, professors know your name and care about your goals. And because we believe in your future, every traditional undergraduate receives a scholarship to make college more affordable. At Briar Cliff, you'll build confidence, find your purpose, and belong. Discover the difference at briarcliff.edu.
Back at Memorial Field here on the Charger Sports Network, bcuchargers.com, brought to you by Pizza Ranch R.E. Scott Company. Chesterman with that Coca-Cola Nelly's savoring over there. And
It's so good.
IBC, I may have had one earlier, and it tasted delightful. Thank you, Aussie, for the pregame snack. Much appreciated. We give Aussie the credit. Duncan throws, has a man wide open, far side, caught at the 50 and ahead to the 48-yard line. Making the catch was Carson Ness, the wide receiver out of Yankton, South Dakota. Be second down and about 4 for the Red Raiders. So it kind of sounds like a broken record, but another big third down, or second and third down, hopefully, play here for the Charger defense.
Yeah, we got to come up with a sack here or tackle for loss. It'd be huge.
All right, Nelly called it. Nelly's a fortune teller, you know. Know that, did you? Duncan wants to throw, and it's overthrown and incomplete.
That's even
Intended
better.
receiver Austin Gerard from Gilbert, Arizona. Now a big third down and 3 play. What you got for this one, Swami?
Going to be some pressure and an incomplete.
All right, that's fair. We'll take it. We'll see what we can do about that here. All right. Third down and 3, ball at the 48-yard line. Red Raiders break the huddle. Got Eli Carpenter, the redshirt freshman running back, joining the party in the backfield to block for Duncan. He is rushed. Throws deep downfield, overthrows his man, incomplete. There was the pressure, there was the incompletion. We're going to stop there while you're ahead. All right, does that sound good?
Yes, it
Keep
does.
it at. We're going to keep it at genius level, if that's okay. So Jaden Westbrook could go back deep to receive the punt by the Red Raiders. And it'll be Luke Yeltima doing the duties. And he will kick it away. Goes off the side of his foot. And it'll take a right-hand turn and be down to the 37-yard line. So not bad starting field position for the Cliff. We can handle that.
Yeah, well, in this last offensive possession, they were able to pick up a couple first downs. So let's see if they can add to it this time.
Yeah, definitely need to build on it. So it'll be first down and 10, ball at the 37. Sia 2 of 4 for 26 yards so far. Long of 19 that went to Jaden Westbrook. Wasn't really a pass. It was a forward handoff, but counts as a pass on the end around. Single back for Sia. And the pitch goes right in front of him to Isaiah Lambert, the freshman out of Pleasanton, Texas, who saw some time last week against Dort, and a player that Coach Ledecky really happy about his early development. And just said he's kind of one of those guys that has earned his way and earned his right to get some playing time. Can't Can't keep him off the field. He's developed quick, and he's done it at a very rapid pace.
Definitely giving him a reason to play him.
Absolutely, and that's what you got to do as Westbrook goes in motion. Saya has time to throw, sets his feet, looks for Lambert, and it's incomplete. Threw it a little bit behind him. I don't know if he underestimated Lambert's speed there a little bit. He put it to a good spot, but Lambert had more or less outrun the football at that point, but Saya had nice time, and that's a good sign from the offensive line. Like to see that. Like to see that Brock has good time to throw. That's going to equal a lot of success as the day rolls on. 13-11 to play first half. 3rd down and 9 play at the 38-yard line. Saya sees some pressure coming from the Red Raider linebackers. They back off into coverage. Saya throws. Catch is made by Flaherty to the 45, 46-yard line. He'll be a yard shy of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 8 yards for Kimani Flaherty. So it's 4th down and 1, and the Charger offense is on the field. Chase Thomas in the backfield. Saya takes the snap. It'll be Saya, and he'll be stopped back of the 45. It's a loss of a yard on the play and turnover on downs.
Wow. Just Northwestern, and it looked like to me they overloaded that side too. Wide side of the field is wide open, and they put everybody in the box and was able just to overwhelm our offensive line that time.
So the Red Raiders take over on downs at the Briar Cliff 45 with Colby Duncan. He and Bo Bush have both played quarterback today. Today's game brought to you by Jolly Time, American Popcorn Company, F&M Wealth Management, Scooters Coffee, and the Stony Creek Hotel. Inside handoff to Gardner Casey. He'll work it out to the numbers for a gain of maybe 1. How about 2? Yeah, they'll give him 2. Kept the old legs churning for an extra yard there to the 43, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Indiana and Oregon now tied at 20. 8:03 to go in the game out in Eugene, but Indiana driving at the Oregon 32. Texas now leads Oklahoma 20-6. 6th-ranked Oklahoma on the ropes a little bit. Number 22, Iowa State trailing Colorado 21-17. Design keeper by Duncan. He's going to lose some yards. The middle of the field just bottled up beautifully by the Charger defensive line led by Philip Benjamin and Joseph Caceres. Loss will put it back to 3rd down and 10. Northwestern leading Penn State 22-21. Boy, the wheels have fallen off for Penn State.
Big time.
Maryland still leads Nebraska 31-27. Well, I got to get you that one score, don't I?
What's that?
I'll get it.
Yeah, no thanks.
Duncan out of an empty backfield wants to throw 3rd down and 10. Throws deep, has a man, but it's overthrown by about 5 yards as he looked downfield for Austin Girard. And it's incomplete, bring it up 4th down and 10. Don't worry, I'll find it. I don't know where it went.
Not quite sure what you're looking for, but seems like it's very important.
Kent State 42, Massachusetts 6. UMass falls to 0-6 on the season.
Oh, okay.
You were so interested, it's not even funny.
I figured out it wasn't basketball. I didn't care.
Yeah, that's true. The punt is blocked by the Chargers. It'll be picked up at the 45 with some room to run. 45 at Northwestern down to the 40, and it'll be excellent starting field position. Chase Montang was able to pull it out of the air and return it to the Northwestern at 39.
Well, that was huge, and not sure what the punter was thinking that time as he literally ran to the line of scrimmage.
So Luke Yeltsema, the punter, has it blocked. And Chase Montang, the Dakota Valley Panther, with a huge play. So now the defense has made a huge play. The special teams have made a huge play. It's time for the offense, Nelly. It's their turn.
And even if he would have got that punt off, it wouldn't have been very good. That would have been straight up because he was not very far behind his lineman.
So it'll be first down and 10 at the 39 for the Charger offense. Saya takes the snap and fakes the handoff to Norman. Saya has time, flings it far side. Pass is complete at the 35-yard line for Stephen Whiting. 4-yard gain. It's second down and 6. As Joseph Coutura checks in on the right side of the offensive line, he and Perry King both taking some snaps here early. Had a few, not necessarily changes, but a little bit of a mix-up in the two deep this week along the offensive line as Norman is stopped for no gain. It'll be third down and 6. Tackle made by Osman. Rizik Osman. What a cool name.
That
Harrisburg,
is.
South Dakota native. 6 foot, 260 pounder. Pretty fleet of foot, that's for sure. Made a nice tackle there. Third down and 6 for the Charger offense. Saya sets to take the snap. Snap a little low, has some time, and it's incomplete. Intended for Chase Thomas out of the backfield. Had a pair of arms coming at him as he threw the ball and underthrew it just a little bit. So it'll be fourth down and 6 at the 35. And they're going to try a 52-yard field goal from the right hash. That is the way the wind's blowing, though, as it's kind of shifted. And it's a fairly brisk wind for Myers. It'll be well off the mark and a little bit short. So the 52-yarder is no good. Wasn't short by a lot.
No, but boy, I don't know if he hooked it that time or the wind just pushed it.
Well, the wind is kind of swirling a tad.
Yeah.
And that definitely had some effect on the kick. So Northwestern takes over at the 35-yard line. Leading at 6-0, 9:15 to play here in the first half. Number 11, Dort already a winner over Waldorf, 59-7. 17th ranked Concordia upset at home, Midland 60, Concordia 52. That game ended in overtime. And 4th ranked Morningside 49-17 over Dakota Wesleyan. Bosma takes the handoff, has a nice hole to run through, and gets out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards on first down for Braden Bosma. Well, they gave him 8. Sorry. My math was off. Well, they gave him the 43, so there you go. Nice piece of running through right guard and tackle, though. Beautiful hole open for him.
Absolutely did a great job of following his blocker that time.
So second down and 2. Duncan puts a man in motion. They'll hand it to Solomon T, looking for an angle, and he doesn't have it because Dayton Harrell rode him the whole way. That's a loss of 3 yards. And it'll bring up third down and 5. Good job by Dayton Harrell out of his safety position.
Boy, in that time, just a nice job of stringing that play out. Set up by the cornerback there, and Dayton Harrell was able to come up and clean that up.
So it's third down and 5 at the 40. Another big play for the Charger defense. See if they can continue to answer the call. Colby Duncan looks at his options. 3 wide receivers. Duncan looks near side, throws it out over the middle. It's complete at the 40. Stiff arm to the 35. And a nice chunk play by the Red Raider offense. Carson Ness makes the catch, and it's first down and 10 Northwestern. Johnny Bowser on the Charger tackle. It'll be first and 10 at the 33-yard line. 7:15 to play here in the half. Duncan fakes the handoff, flips it near side, and it's incomplete with Booker in coverage for the Chargers. Austin Gerard, the intended receiver.
Just great coverage that time by Booker. He was stride for stride, had him on his hip. I was able to bat that ball away at the last second.
Coming up at halftime, got Mally McNair and Kennemongan, Charger women's basketball team. And then on the 25th, our last home game, we'll get a couple of the Charger men's basketball players. We'll have women's basketball preview week on the website, bcuchargers.com, all next week. Give you a new podcast every day with Kennemongan and Taylor Sudman and Mally McNair and Kellen Rogers, along with Coach Connor Sonius. Passes incomplete, overthrown. The intended receiver was Drew Alger, or checked out, Tanner Scouten. Alger plays defense, Scouten plays offense. Sorry about that. And then we'll have Coach Connor Sonius next Friday to go along with another football podcast. And I believe we're going to be talking to Coach Cozy next week. I think Coach Ledecky got sick of me and delegated. Not really. The Ledecky family's got a thing or two happening next week. So he said, how about you talk to Coach Cozy and maybe even Coach Sayer? I said, that would be absolutely great. We would love to do that. So we'll have an Inside the Cliff podcast next Friday for you, football style, as we do throughout the football season. Duncan to throw on 3rd down and 10. Feels the pressure, and he's going to go down. Johnny Bowser on the sack with help from Joseph Caceres.
Boy, and that was just a delayed blitz that time. Pressure coming up front. The pocket collapsed on him, and Bowser there, Johnny on the spot.
Truly.
Yeah.
Johnny Bowser.
Johnny Bowser.
Yeah. You didn't even mean that, did you?
No.
Okay. See, that's the natural ability that you have. That it just comes out. Did you get your mushrooms last night, by the way?
No, I did not. I decided against it.
All right. Yeltsin would have punted away, and it's kind of off the side of his foot. Not a great punt. It'll take a Briarcliff bounce. They'll get it about the 27. Nellie and I were doing a high school football game last night, and as I was reading off my sponsors, he said, I think I'm going to stop at Townhouse on the way home and get an order of mushrooms. Because they're fantastic there. They're absolutely great. So I was just following up to see if you did.
And I did.
All right, that's fair. I went home and being the baseball fan that you are, Nellie, you won't be surprised that I watched all 15 innings.
All 15.
12-15, it got over, but it got to the 13th, and my eyes were getting heavy. And I'm like, I got to watch. Got through the 14th, and I'm like, all right, this might be it. Then it went to the 15th. I'm like, all right, this is it. I'm going to bed. I didn't till it was over. It ended in the 15th, so I was very thankful of that. But Mariners move on into the American League Championship Series to take on the Blue Jays. Chase Thomas with a nice little run of the inside handoff across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And Cubs getting ready to take on the Brew Crew at 7 o'clock tonight in Milwaukee. Winner will get Los Dodgers.
Los Dodgers?
The Los Angeles Dodgers. I can't roll my R's. Dodgers. Los Dodgers.
Los Dodgers.
I can't roll my R's anyway, but not that there really is a big one there, but wish I could do that. Some like Michael Buffer and guys like that can roll their R's. I think it's awesome. I just can't do it, no matter how hard I try. 2nd down and 5. That has nothing to do with football, I understand. Pass is complete to Chase Thomas at the 36. That's a gain of 4. Be a little shy of the first down, but definitely third and manageable here at 3rd down and 1. I was watching the Bud Crawford fight, and of course, Michael Buffer was the ring announcer, and the way the way that he can mix English and Spanish, and being a boxing guy, you have to.
Oh, yeah.
You absolutely have to, but he is so smooth and good at it. It's just unbelievable.
Best
3rd down and 1.
Best in the business.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Saya hands it off, and they're going to be real close out to the 37 is the mark that needs to be had, and let's see where the spot is for Iman Pittman. It's going to be real close.
First down.
Yeah, first down. That'll work, Iman Pittman. That a boy. I like it. Get those chains moving, gentlemen. 4:28 to go here in the first. Chargers do get the ball out of the halftime break. So this is a huge, huge possession.
It is, and so producing some points here will be huge going into the halftime.
Saya looks over the defense. Saya takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and he's got the keeper and makes a nice little juke move and gets out to about the 43-yard line. They gave him the 43. So it'll be second down and about 4. Using Saya's legs a little more today in design keepers is Coach Sayer. Jacob Myers still the leading rusher, though, because he had a gain of 21. So it's Saya. Hands it off this time. Puts it right in the gut of Pittman. He'll get a yard. It's third down and 3. Isaiah Lambert and Chase Thomas both check back into the Charger lineup. Indiana up 27-20 at Oregon and driving. They're at the Oregon 26. Well, that would just be a astronomical win for Indiana. I think the field in the Division I level is just wide open. Shot out of a cannon. Speaking of wide open, a huge hole to run through for Chase Thomas to the Northwestern 42-yard line. First down, Briar Cliff on a gain of 15.
Boy, and just straight ahead that time, line doing a nice job of just opening up a great big hole for Thomas to run through that time.
2.5 minutes to play. Chargers do have all 3 timeouts and 43 yards in front of them to pay dirt. But like Nelly said, points here a necessity in this drive. If you get the ball out of the halftime break, would just be huge and could be a turning point in the ball game. The way these defenses have played today. Thomas on the handoff, no gain on first down. It'll be second down and 10. Game today brought to you by Hilton Garden Inn, Sioux City Riverfront, Heartland Chiropractic Associates, Sioux Body Shop, and L&L Builders. And the 2-minute stoppage of play will bring a break here on the Charger Sports Network. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Northwestern 6, Briarcliff nothing on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com.
Briarcliff University, you're more than just a number. You're part of a community that sees you, supports you, and walks beside you every step of the way. With small class sizes, professors know your name and care about your goals. And because we believe in your future, every traditional undergraduate receives a scholarship to make college more affordable. At Briarcliff, you'll build confidence, find your purpose, and belong. Discover the difference at briarcliff.edu.
Back at Memorial Field following the 2-minute first half timeout. Northwestern 6 and the Chargers nothing. It is second down and 9 alongside executive producer Andy. I'm JP, Nelly in the house. At Ford over on public address and an entire cast of characters assembled here in our press box. Second down and 9. Laramie will motion. Into the slot, it's Thomas on the counter. He'll get to the 40 after a gain of 2, so it's third down and 7. Now make it 20 rushing attempts here in the first half by the Chargers to 9 passing attempts. Time of possession still does favor the Red Raiders, though. As does the scoreboard, 6-0. Third down and 7. Westbrook motions to the left side. Saya turns back to the right side. Now back to his left, has some running room. Reaches forward. He'll be shy of the first down by about a yard.
Boy, he's showing pretty shifty.
But Saya showing off his footwork. And I believe the Chargers will take a timeout here. Their first time out of the half, so they'll have 2 remaining with 4th down and a long 1. The play facing them. Obviously, taking the timeout to go. So Coach Ledecky will bring his team over to the sideline here and put a play call together. Last time it was a Saya design sneak.
Here we go.
So 4th down and 1. Here's huge play. 1:06 to play in the half. Saya has Iman Pittman in the backfield with him. Red Raider defensive line digs in. Saya hands to Pittman. Pittman tries to find a hole, burrows his head, and I think he's got the first down. He should.
Yep.
Should be more than enough. Well, not by a ton, you know what I mean, but more than enough for a first down. Not where the mark is. He's short. Not a great spot. If that's the spot, it is not a first down. Because they're right on the yard marker. They're going to measure, but it's not a first down. I can tell you that with my eyes.
Yeah, because they're right on it. He's definitely short.
He's short by 6 inches, 6-8 inches. Not a very favorable spot. At least if you're a Charger fan, if you're a Red Raider fan, looks pretty favorable. Are we going to be wrong here?
Hope so.
Nope. Not wrong. Short. Dude needs to dial it down up here.
just a little bit. Think they're going for the first win.
I'd love to see him at home rooting for his favorite team. Boy, that'll be great.
He's that guy that you see on Facebook that tears the TV off the wall if they don't win.
That's a possibility.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of game left, buddy.
Well, I'm not going to question his intensity and his passion for his team, but first down and 10 at the 33 with 59 seconds left. We'll see what Colby Duncan and company try to do. Quick pass far side. It is complete and out of bounds. Do have three flags
on the offense.
Tanner Scouten makes the catch, but a trio of flags. They all flew about the same time.
Yep.
So that either makes it multiple penalties or one really obvious one. On Ben Greer of the Charger defense.
Wow. It almost looked like he was the one that had his head turned there on the stiff arm by the offensive player.
So a 15-yard penalty will probably give a different interpretation of what the Red Raiders do here with 52 seconds left in the half and all three timeouts. Gardner Casey in the backfield for the Red Raiders. They'll fake the handoff to him. He'll try to pick up a block. Duncan hit as he throws. It's a duck, and it's almost incomplete or almost intercepted by Harrell. It'll fall to the ground incomplete, intended for Carson Ness. That ball had a little bit of like a knuckle effect on it as it got up into the wind. That wind is swirling pretty hard.
Yep. And just didn't get a good release on that either, as he had to pass off his back foot because he had pressure right in his face by a couple of linemen.
So it'll bring up second down and 10. Ball remains at the 46. Lane Mawson in motion. Duncan wants to get rid of it quickly, does so. Near side pass complete at the 41. Tiptoe on the sideline, and they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 35. Austin Girard makes the catch. So a gain of 11, that's a first down with 39 seconds left. So the Red Raiders will send 3 out to the wide side on the Red Raiders side of the field. Single wide to the near is Tanner Scouten. Duncan wants to throw. Looks for Scouten, who's got one-on-one coverage, and he makes the catch around Booker, who lost his footing, and it's a touchdown.
Wow. And very, very athletic play. That football was definitely underthrown. Didn't help Booker, lost his footing there and went down, but nonetheless, a very athletic catch.
So the Red Raiders lead it 12-0 here just before halftime. That face mask penalty definitely changed, I think, their thinking as it should have. I don't mean it like that. It definitely changed what they had in mind at the end of the half, and that added 15 made a lot of difference. Bennett on for the extra point, and it's no good. So it remains at 12. It's 12-0 Northwestern here on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. And like I said, coming up at halftime, we'll get a little women's basketball preview for you. We'll have that next week here on the website, and Aussie will push it out on the socials. And then the following week, we'll get our men's basketball preview week, highlighted by Coach Figuera at the end of the week. Because he's such a shy guy. It's it's kind of hard to get some answers out of him what he's thinking. Yeah, not so much. Not so much. Not so much. That's what I like about talking to Coach Figuera. You always know where he stands and what information he wants out, and he's just going to tell you.
Yep.
Not going to mix words.
Whether you want to know it or not, he's going to tell you.
No, I love it. I absolutely love it. So we'll do that. Men's Basketball Media Day coming up this week. So probably talk to Will Luger and Blake Sindelar and Big Jackson Wingert, and we'll see who else they throw my way. But try to give a different segment each and every day of the week. Next week for the women and the following week for the men. Westbrook lets it bounce, and it goes out of bounds at the 3-yard line. So we'll move it forward. And with only 33 seconds left, I don't know, maybe they'll take a shot or two. Chargers do get the ball coming out of the halftime break.
And some points here would be huge, even if it's just 3.
So it'll go out to the 35-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 there. Brock Sias thrown for 37 yards here in the half. The Chargers have run for 77. Red Raiders at 197 yards of offense. Handoff to Thomas. Thomas eaten up by a handful of Red Raiders. Lane Kenny leads the way, the Akron, Iowa sophomore defensive end. As the clock runs to 3, to 2, to 1, we go to halftime. It is the halftime break here on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. It's Northwestern at 12 and the Chargers nothing. We'll be back with a halftime show coming up next.
Briar University, you're more than just a number. You're part of a community that sees you, supports you, and walks beside you every step of the way. With small class sizes, professors know your name and care about your goals. And because we believe in your future, every traditional undergraduate receives a scholarship to make college more affordable. At Briar You'll build confidence, find your purpose, and belong. Discover the difference at briarcliff.edu.
This is the Inside the Cliff podcast on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com, and we are joined by Mally McNair as our women's basketball preview continues throughout this week. We'll talk to Coach Sonius at the end of the week, and Mally, want to start off right away with you being the senior leader and one that a lot of these young ladies look up to. How do you feel like the transition has gone into the Coach Sonius era? Because when I come and I watch practice or I talk to some of you gals off the court, you're having a blast.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think with him being in the program before, it helps. And the transition was a lot easier just because he was in the program, and we all have his respect anyways, and he has our respect.
And I know that talked to Kellen Rogers about it, and I know we'll bring it up with Taylor and Kenna when we talk to them this week, but when you look at a leadership role along with Kenna, along with Taylor, along with Malia and the seniors and junior players, Kellen's another one of them. When you graduate AJ and Rachel and Kennedy and Grace, the leadership that they had was really impressive for this team. So how have you and others filled that role and kind of jumped into it?
I think knowing that they all left and we just had the standard set last year that everybody knew that they were going to be leaving, so they were learning from those people, and I think them learning from them is like the best way that it could have gone. So just having people step into those roles has been very, very easy, and most people wouldn't think that it would be easy. So
right. Well, no, it's and I think that goes to talk about how close-knit this team is, because that's one thing that I hear from Coach, I hear from you, I hear from other players on this team, like, y'all are best buds.
Oh, yeah. We have each other's respect, and we would take a bullet for each other, that's for sure.
Now, I know offensively you've had a ton of success, and defensively you get better and better every game. What are some things in the offseason you worked on where either Coach or you or whoever said, you know, Mally, you're really good at this, but let's try this? It's
been a lot of left-hand stuff.
Okay.
So Sonius is like, Mally, go finish with your left hand. You finish at the same rate, same clip that you do with your right hand. I don't know why you don't trust it. So at practice, it's been a lot of, okay, we're going this set, but you're going with your left hand. So that has been something that I've really worked on, and then coming in the mornings and working on that. So
how fun is that a challenge for you in, I don't want to say getting comfortable with your game, because you never do, and I know you always want to do something better and want to be better at whatever it may be, but how fun is that of a challenge to go, okay, to really be cognizant of and go, okay, I got to do this?
Yep, it's a lot of fun, and him finding little things that I can work on each week with it, it's very nice to have something to focus on and not have to be like, oh, this big picture that I need to fill. I can focus on one little thing each week, and then by this start of season and end of season, then it'll all come together.
And I know I'll ask this question to all four of you, but how important is it for you as a team to be able to start the season at home, to get a couple of games under your belt before you have to worry about the changing of routine, not necessarily changing of routine, but getting in the road routine? You get to be in front of the home fans. You get to enjoy the comfort of the Flanagan Center to start the season. How nice is that?
That's very nice, because I feel like we've grown a relationship with other sports teams now, and they'll all be here supporting us because we're at the football games, we're at the baseball games, we're out there supporting the volleyball team, like just going out and supporting other people in hopes that they're going to come and do the same for us.
This campus community is pretty impressive, knowing that it's made mostly of student athletes, that y'all get locked into your season, but you all seem to make a priority to be supportive of the other teams, and that's really exceptional.
For sure. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I got to get my homework done this time because there's a game that I got to go watch, and that's really, really cool to see.
Now, I know part of your reason of being here at Briarcliff is to play basketball, but what are you studying? What keeps you busy in all those times when it is homework time?
Yeah, I am getting my master's in management right now, so it's all online. I'm very, very blessed to not have to go to class now. So all that online stuff, I only have to take 3 classes a semester. So it's a lot of busy work, but normally I can get it done within like 2 days. So then Sonius, whenever I'm not in the gym, he's like, what are you doing? I know you don't have homework or anything.
Wow.
So he knows my schedule, so that gets a little crazy sometimes.
So there is that on a small campus. Your coach is going to know your schedule, know your grades, know your attendance.
Yep.
For the other gals that do have to go to class every day, I know that's rough on you.
They said it's fall break. I was like, oh, it is? That doesn't really affect me.
Nice. That's awesome. So you're in full basketball mode is what you're saying.
Yep, I am.
Get the assignment, do it as quick as possible. So we're not wishing away a season or anything like that, obviously, but what are your goals next?
So I actually have a job back home waiting for me. It's a landscaping job, and I've worked there for the past 8 summers, so he's wanting to hire me on and manage a role in the lawn mowing crew, and then I'll work 3 days a week in landscaping, so we're just going to try and blow up his business. And
you can't sit still, can you?
No, I cannot. Nope. There will not be a sitting behind the desk for me.
Well, that's what I was wondering is you just want to eventually take over the company is what you're saying.
Yes. Yep. And then because that's in the summertime, then in the winter I'll be able to help with basketball teams and things like that back home. So
I love it, Mally.
Yeah.
You know, it's just great. All right, Mally McNair here on the Charger Sports Network. Mally, can't wait to watch you this season. You know, we'll be rooting you on.
Thank you very much.
It's Mally McNair on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com.
Are you in need of electrical work at your home or business? Give Ward Electric Company a call. From switches, outlets, and ceiling fans to LED conversions, remodels, new builds, and everything in between, Ward Electric Company is a full-service, family-owned electrical contractor with highly skilled, trained, and licensed electricians who stand behind their work. Give Ward Electric a call at 712-271-2600 or online at wardelectriccompany.com. Ward Electric Company, the Siouxland Choice Award winner for Best Electrician.
With Kenna Mongan here on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com, the Cherokee native has been able to improve her role every season, and it's been awfully fun to watch. And Kenna, when we talk about this season beginning, how excited are you for you just to put the ball in the air and have a team of a different color jersey? Well, Tabor's about the same color. All right, bad example. You know what I mean.
Right. I'm really excited. We've got a lot of young talent here. We've been working hard in the gym and in the weight room, and we've just got good vibes every day, and I love it.
Yeah, something that continues to be brought up with student athletes and coaches across this campus is Coach Stick. Talk a little bit about the effect that he's had, not only on you, but the team.
Right. My first time I've ever met Stick, the day I met him and the day he talked to us and gave us like a prep talk for our lift, I wanted to run through a brick wall for him. Like, I was ready to go. I was like, this is awesome. But he shows up for us every day. He provides us good energy and good feedback, and he's just kind of that rock that we needed on campus. Coming
off a season where you played in every game last year, and your ability to blend, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but Kenna, we need you to play the 4. Kenna, we need you to play the 2. Kenna, we need you to play the 3. Kenna, we need you to guard the 1. Whatever you're asked to do by the coaching staff, you've been able to step up. How fun is that? Maybe to not know exactly what you're going to do on any given night. You're just going to fill the role that is needed for the team.
Right. It's a little stressful. You know, every day is something a little different, especially last year. I was like a 1, and then I transitioned into a 2 or 3, and then once Rachel was out, I was a 4, and I was like, all right, I got big man. But it's great. You know, I'm getting opportunities to play, so I can't complain, and I'm just trying to take my role and go with it.
What do you feel have been your biggest improvement areas over the last 2 seasons of it's a huge jump from high school to college basketball. It really is. No matter how successful of a program you play in, it's a big jump. And you've been able to succeed over the last couple of seasons and get better and better and better as the season progresses. So what do you feel like have been your biggest improvements of your game?
Yeah, you know, like you said, it's a really big jump from high school to college. Like from Cherokee, we played fast. We pressed the whole game and everything. And I came here and I was like, it won't be that bad. And it was still a big jump, so I had to really adjust, especially the physicality. But I think each year I just kind of focus on something, and each year it's a little bit of defense just because I'm not the fastest person, but I try and make up for it by being smart and being in the right positions.
And that's the key defensively. I know Coach Sonius, I kind of kidded with him that I know offense is going to come very natural for this team and probably every team that Coach Sonius has at Briar Cliff, but defensively playing in the GPAC every night, you never get a night off. You don't get a dang possession off. Defense is something that always has to be worked on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, so every day we start with defense. You know, his big thing of this year is communication because you can't have a good defense without communication. And he always says a quiet gym is a losing gym. So sometimes he tells us that's not good enough, and we have to step it up, and we just talk louder and just be there for each other because that's what a team does.
I hear this is a group of talkers, though.
Yes, so we have a really good, not a really good problem, but we're really good at talking everywhere we shouldn't be, and then we get on the court and we're kind of just like, oh yeah, gaps, and it's like, all right, guys, we talk all the time.
Now, I know, Kenna, obviously you love playing basketball, but the big reason why you're here on campus is to study. Tell us a little bit about your area of expertise and what you study here at Briar Cliff.
Yeah, so I'm double majoring in biology and environmental science, and then I'll have a psych and Spanish minor when I'm done.
Do you have any time to do
Surprisingly,
anything
I
else?
do. Yeah, I study a lot, but I like to have a balance in my life and not feel too stressed. So
That's awesome. So what do you plan to do with it?
great question.
Okay, no, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where life takes me.
Just whatever comes. It's basketball time. It's study time. How fun is it off the court to be as close-knit of a group as this team is? Because it seems like you're all always together and always having fun, always supporting another team on campus or doing something.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You know, you'd think that since we live together, eat together, lift together, hang out, and, like, go to practice, that we'd get tired of each other. And, I mean, we do. It's kind of like sisters, but it's awesome. You know, it's something special, and I think it's kind of hard to find. You don't find it everywhere, but we really are just, like, a really tight-knit group, and I would do anything for anybody on this team. And we do love going to support other people because we know that they'll do the same for us.
Right. The crowds here at the Flanagan Center are absolutely awesome, which I love the fact that you get 3 home games before you have to go into road mode routine. How fun is that knowing you get to start the season against a team in another jersey and you get to do it at home?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling, you know. Just playing at home is awesome in front of your fans and your family and your friends, and it's just nice to just see your community come out and support you.
Kenna, what are your goals for this season?
I don't know, just have fun, I guess.
Well, yeah,
Win
we
the natty.
know you're going to have fun.
Win the natty.
All right, fair enough. Kenna, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it, and we'll be rooting you on all season.
Thank you.
Kenna Mongan here on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. Welcome back to Memorial Field on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. It's JB, Nelly, and Andy alongside for a second half of football as the Chargers will get the ball first. Here in the second half, trailing at 12-0, and hopefully some halftime adjustments made by Coach Ledecky and his staff, Nelly, but one drive away from being right back into this game. But this game has been dominated by both defenses. They played really well.
Yeah, and bottom line is our offense has looked decent at times, and we got to put together some consistent drives here in the second half. Saya's got to be Saya and start hitting targets. We gotta produce and get first downs here.
Well, and it was a mix of 23 rushing attempts to 9 passing attempts in the first half. So let's see what the Chargers can do here in the second half as Kabongo will get set to kick it away. It's a high end-over-end kick, and it'll go into the end zone for the automatic touchback. Not by much.
Wow, that's crazy. And it bounced out and landed right at the half-yard line.
Uh-huh. Yes, it did.
Wow.
So
Great.
First down and 10 for the BCU offense.
Great kick, young man.
Yeah, really.
Wow.
Some finals in big-time college football. Boy, shootout in Vegas. UNLV 51, Air Force 48.
Oh, my.
That'd have been fun.
Yeah, you know what they'll be working on next week?
Defense. Florida leads number 5 Texas A&M 7-6 in the early going. A&M ready for their extra point attempt, though, so that'll potentially be tied as Saya rolls out to his right, looks to pass, will take off instead, and will get the first down as he just kind of patiently waited for a defender to come attack, and they didn't try to take the angle away, so he's got a gain of 11 and a first down out to the 36.
Great play to start the second half.
Indiana 30, Oregon 20, upset complete. Ranked number 7 over ranked number 3. 6th ranked Oklahoma goes down 23-6 in Dallas. Number 13 Georgia Tech goes to 6-0, 35-20 over Virginia Tech. Chase Thomas with a nice run out to the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 8 yards. A second down and 2. Got Notre Dame 36-7 over NC State. Colorado knocks off number 22 Iowa State 24-17.
Wow.
So the Cyclones, they've lost 2 in a row
Two
now,
in a
right?
row, yeah.
Drew Aller was hurt, and Northwestern upsets Penn State 22-21 at Penn State.
Well, that's huge.
Northwestern 4-2. The Penn State Pencils 22-21. They're 3-3. My kid called them the Pencils. Really, really young. Are those the Pencils? I don't know why the Pencils. Saya throws. He's got a first down to the 50-yard line for Jaden Westbrook.
One for
Penn State now 3-3 and completely 0-3 in Big Ten play.
Well, and that's their second loss in a row.
Yeah.
As they got throttled last week.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I don't know if James Franklin's future in Happy Valley isn't going to be so happy.
Well, it's not bright, I can tell you that.
Right. Ohio State a winner earlier, 34-16 over Illinois in Champaign. Saya the keeper. Saya takes off left side. We'll get 4, 3, maybe 4 on first down. They'll give him the 45, so it'll be a 4-yard gain. It'll be second down. At number 8, Alabama holding off number 14, Missouri, 27-24. 4th-ranked Ole Miss over Washington State, 24-21. Pittsburgh upsets Florida State, 34-31. Florida State now 3-3, 0-3 in ACC play. Saya has him back up on the ball. It's Thomas. Thomas has got a first down and more. Nice run to the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 9. And we're moving the chains again on a very nice drive here by the Cliff.
When they went into the locker room at halftime, and boy, so far the adjustments that they made at halftime are paying off.
UCLA a winner over Michigan State, 38-13. So UCLA has won 2 in a row. Break up the Bruins. Huh? Not really. At Iowa and Wisconsin, no score up at Camp Randall. That That could end up 3-2 or something crazy like that with those two teams.
Well, as long as Iowa comes out on top, that's all I care about.
Heartland Trophy on the line.
One of the only times you'll hear me say it. Let's go Hawkeyes.
Say it as much as you want.
Nope.
Yep. Second down and 10. The Fighting Aussie Tupuas did get a win last night, though. Washington beat Rutgers on Friday night college football.
Good deal.
Saya on second down and 10. Flaherty motions. Saya flushed out of the pocket. Saya has time to throw, does throw, and throws it away. Good decision by Saya to throw it away. Everybody covered down the field, and nothing good was going to come out of that.
Nope.
So it's third down and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Conversion will be huge here.
Yeah, you definitely got to keep this drive going, no doubt about it. Flaherty and Funderburk, far side receivers. Whiting, the near side tight end. Thomas in the backfield with Saya. Saya wants to throw, given time to throw. Good coverage again downfield by the Red Raiders. Hensley comes back to the football and is unable to make the catch. It'll be fourth down and 10, but a good job by Michael Hensley to come back, the freshman tight end, to try and make something happen, knowing that his quarterback was in trouble.
Yeah, and just a sign of a good wide receiver there, breaking off that route. Once Saya reverse filled, he knew he had to come back and just came up short.
So Bosma will be back deep. Myers set to punt it away for the Chargers. And Myers. Bosma will make the fair catch at the 11-yard line. That will give him the 12. So the fair catch will make it first down and 10 at the 12 for the Northwestern Red Raider offense. Today's game brought to you by Ward Electric Company, L&L Builders, Sioux Body Shop, Heartland Chiropractic Associates, and the Hilton Garden Inn, Sioux City Riverfront. So the defense for Briar Cliff out for the first time here in the second half. Northwestern averaged 6.5 yards per play in the first half on 30 plays and 197 yards. Briar Cliff sitting at 40 plays and 156. Gardner Casey will go out in motion for Colby Duncan. 3 wideouts, wide side of the field. Duncan will hand it off to Bosma in the end around. Bosma hit twice and goes down after a gain of about 5 or 6. Jaden Self on the Briar Cliff tackle. Self shaken up just a little bit, so Kevon Booker will come right back in. Gain of 7 will be second down and 3. And it's Duncan, the sophomore. Out of Papillion, Nebraska, the right-hander looks to throw, locks in on his receiver, throws it near side, and it's overthrown and incomplete. Carson Ness, the intended receiver for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Kel Forsyth that time did a great job in coverage as he got on his hip and was with him stride for stride.
So it'll be third down and 3 for the Charger defense. 10:09 to play here, third quarter. 2 far side wide receivers. Cohen Jacobs, one of them, the redshirt freshman out of Liberty, Missouri. Tanner scouting the other. Chargers bring pressure off the edge. It's dumped off near side to Casey, and Casey has a first down out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Make it the 32. It's a gain of 14 yards. Nice play. Send everybody to one side of the field and come back to the near. And it worked for a Red Raider first down. All right, they marked it at the 33, so a 14-yard gain. Play clock down to 10. Bosma in motion. Circles around his quarterback. Goes back to the far side of the field. Casey takes the handoff. Pinballs through for a gain of a couple. About 3 yards on first down. I'll give him 4. As the brothers Caceres make their way back into the lineup. Jesse Hastings and Chase Brown get a little breather for the Charger defensive line as they do go 8 deep and have no problem doing it. Jackson Reblitz out there right now with the Caceres brothers and Philip Benjamin. Dolan and Hogenkamp, the other two in that mix. Duncan wants to throw. Duncan out over the middle, and it's incomplete. Threw behind his receiver, Gardner Casey, out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down and 6.
Big down right here.
3rd and 6 at the 37. Get some good noise out of the stands here from the Briar Cliff side. Cheer and dance squad helping out with that as well. Great to have them back on the sidelines this season. Duncan throws, overthrown, it's intercepted. Ben Briar with a Charger interception. And the Chargers have it in Northwestern territory to set up shop. Briar with the interception.
Tip drill at its best.
First out and 10, BCU. So now a fumble recovery and an interception along with a blocked kick today for the Chargers. Defensively and on special teams, but Ben Briar a happy camper as he should be.
Just a very, very timely turnover there by the Chargers. That's huge.
Now some points off of turnover would be timely and huge. So let's see what Brock Saya and company can do. Fakes the handoff on play action. Saya steps up. Saya dumps it off underneath to Nicholas Norman. Shakes out of an ankle tackle and gets ahead of the 43-yard line. Gain of about 6 for Norman. That'll be the 42, so 2nd down and 3. I thought Saya was going to take off again,
well,
to be honest.
And he stepped up and didn't get happy feet that time, so.
Good job of staying home for Brock. Norman takes the handoff, puts a hand forward, gets to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 2-yard gain and bring up 3rd down and 1. As Chase Thomas will trot back in. 10 carries and 45 yards for Thomas on the day. I'm going to guess 4-down territory here for the Cliff. Needing points, trailing 12-0. They've been in a premium, obviously, for both sides today. Saya hands to Thomas. Thomas has the angle and should have the first down. Yes, he does, says the line judge. And it's 1st down and 10, Briar Cliff, as Thomas gets the yard needed. Aiden Klein on the tackle, the Orange City native and corner for Northwestern. So 1st down and 10. Vanderburg and Flairmay far side receivers. It's Whiting near. And Iman Pittman joins Saya's party in the backfield. Saya will hand it to Pittman. No, he'll keep it. Nice fake, and Saya took a mean hit. Boy, he came around the corner and took a hell of a hit. To the 34, but it's a gain of 5. Seemed to phase him any, but boy, did he take a hit.
No, and I think, the difference is that he knew he was going to take a hit, too, as soon as he turned the corner. So,
oofta, though.
Oh, yeah.
That one hurt. That doesn't make it any better.
It doesn't. You and I would be out for several plays. He's a tough guy. He bounced right back up.
I think about a month and a half. plays. That's being very generous. Thank you, sir. Saya on second down, unloads quickly. Stephen Whiting bats it to himself and makes the catch at the 29-yard line. That should be real close, if not another Charger first down. Let's see. Yes, it is a first down for Briar Cliff on Whiting's third catch of the day.
Boy, and what really needs to happen right now, JB, is we got to get our pass game going, and we haven't called those receivers' names enough here tonight.
Well, Kimani Flairmay has a catch for 3 yards. Hold on, I'm trying to move. There, sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. It was stuck on the bottom of my shoe there. I didn't want to rip your neck over here. First down and 10 at the 29. Pittman, the running back. He'll fake to Pittman. Saya has to get out of the pressure, and he'll get maybe a yard out of what could have been a loss as the pressure was coming from the Red Raider defense. So it'll be second down and 9. But the Chargers absolutely have to have points here. With already 4:48 to go here in the third quarter. Saya kind of bobbled the snap, gets rid of it, has Whiting on a crossing pattern, but he's not going to get maybe 2. Egley on the tackle for Northwestern.
Need half of that yardage for sure here on this next down. If you can't pick up the first down, 4-down territory for sure.
Yeah, really a field goal isn't going to accomplish what you wanted to at this point, and with there already being under 4 minutes to go here in the quarter, I think it's touchdown or nothing. Saya wants to throw, looks, steps up, fires out over the middle, and it's incomplete. And a mean hit in the middle of the field as well. The intended receiver was Ivan Funderburg. And it's going to be 4th down and 7. The hit was well timed.
It was.
I don't know that Funderburg would have been able to hold on to it with the power of that hit.
It was just a little high there, so here we go.
All right, humongous 4th down play. 4th down and 7. Ball at the 26. And a timeout. That's a huge play. You got to take the timeout.
Yep. And the play clock was running down, so I don't know if there was one of those where, like, they were trying to get Northwestern to jump off sides or not, but.
4th down and 7, 3:44 to play here in the quarter. Game brought to you by the Stony Creek Hotel, Scooters Coffee, F&M Wealth Management, and Jolly Time, American Popcorn Company. It might be a popcorn night tonight, you know?
Here you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little blast of butter.
Can't go wrong with blast of butter.
No, you cannot. You absolutely cannot. That might have to be a thing. Every day is a good day for popcorn, don't get me wrong, but that sounds good.
It does.
Watch the baseball game, Cubs and Brewers. Watch whatever you want. I don't care.
Well, thank you.
You'll be watching the back of your eyelids.
No, I got a good nap in today.
Okay. I kind of did too, actually. 4th down and 7 for the Charger offense. Play of the game to this point. Saya, 3-step drop, hit, throws it up over the middle, and Flairmay can't pull it in. It's a turnover on downs. Flairmay did everything he could to make the catch, and Saya did everything he could to try to get him the ball in an area where he could catch it, but it's incomplete, and the defense might just need to score for us here.
Oh,
Red Raider defense pitching a shutout.
Right now, the defense has done a lot for us here this evening. So why not score?
Right. Well, now's the time, Mr. Nelly. Ooh, Drew Aller out for the season.
Uh-oh.
The Penn State quarterback. Iowa leads Wisconsin 10-0. That's a surprise. Some.
I love it. And they're playing there. So.
Yeah, at Camp Randall. Bosma on the carry. Yeah, that surprises me. Iowa leading 10-0. Boy. In the first quarter, Mark Karnowski is playing for Iowa.
Well, that's good.
There was a question on what his health was, and
that he wasn't going to know until
game time. Or Hank Brown or somebody else. Duncan wants to throw. Fires deep downfield, looks for his man, and that is an absolutely beautiful catch. If he was inbounds, and I think he was, Tanner Scouten makes the catch at the 41-yard line. What a beautiful throw and catch.
And only threw it to where his receiver could go and get it. And shortened up his steps just before out of bounds and was able to secure the football.
Absolutely dropped in a bucket. So first down and 10, Red Raiders at the 41. Duncan sees some pressure coming off the edge. Forsythe is picked up by a blocker. Duncan takes off and will be out near the first down. Yeah, Coach Cozy is not a happy camper.
Way. Wow. Right in the middle of the field.
Second down and 1 after a gain of 9. Ball advanced to the 32. Hey, your brother's here. Right there. Blue hat.
Oh, and your brother's not today.
That's your guy right there.
Yeah, well, okay.
Second down and 1. Handoff right up the middle. Should be for a first down to the 30, and it is. Solomon T on the carry for Northwestern.
I'll accept it as soon as you accept who your brother is.
That's a pretty open open for interpretation. This depends on which one you speak of.
The one upstairs.
Which one?
One who videos. Well played. Well played. You asked, I told you.
Aha. Duncan throws into the corner and overthrows Scouten.
Love it.
Still better than that.
Not by much.
I don't know.
He said, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
All right. It's a close race.
You know, you think about that deep. You think about that on all the levels and the
No, you're right.
The
you're
exposure.
Right. No, you're right.
I win that one. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Second down and 10. Duncan to pass. Feels the pressure, and he's going to go down. Kyle Gibson. Big sack for the Chargers.
And if I'm that quarterback, I'm looking at my lineman there and saying, what gives here? Literally watched Gibson and said hi to him and let him go.
So third down and 18 after the Gibson sack. Potentially the final play here of the third quarter. Duncan empties the backfield. 5 wide receivers. Steps up, takes off. He's going to have a huge lane to run through, and he's going to have a first down all the way to the 19.
Wow.
Sent all 5 wide receivers down the field and took off. He has done that a couple of times today. And that's the end of the third quarter. It's Northwestern 12 and the Chargers nothing. Back after this on the Chargers Sports Network.
Briarcliff University, you're more than just a number. You're part of a community that sees you, supports you, and walks beside you every step of the way. With small class sizes, professors know your name and care about your goals. And because we believe in your future, every traditional undergraduate receives a scholarship to make college more affordable. At Briarcliff, you'll build confidence, find your purpose, and belong. Discover the difference at briarcliff.edu.
Start of the fourth quarter here on the Chargers Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. JB, Nelly, Andy, Ford, Jamie, Taylor, all up here. Asi Tupu, of course, and Randy over on stats here tonight. The All-Star cast is here. We're just not the All-Stars, Nelly. We're the reserves. Duncan chased around the pocket before he will go down for a loss at the 20. It's only a loss of 1. Could have been a lot more. It's a good job by Duncan knowing that the pressure was coming to step up as far as he could.
Well, and didn't want to throw anything silly down the field and take a chance on having that thing picked off.
So it'll be second down and 11. Definitely have to hold them to a field goal here, which would make it or keep it a 2-score game. Of course, that means you got to hit a 2-point conversion somewhere, which isn't the easiest thing to do. Duncan sees pressure off the edge, eludes it at first, runs into his own man, can't get rid of it, and he's going to be chased and run out of bounds by the Charger defense. Trying to see who it was that got there first. Philip Benjamin gets there. That'll be a loss back to the 23. And Benjamin came from the far side of the field to make that tackle, so great job by Philip Benjamin. And it's third down at about 13. Cubs and Brewers coming up top of the hour from Milwaukee. Game 5 in that series. Winner goes on to take on the Dodgers in the NLCS. Monday night will be the first game there. Got the ALCS Game 1 tomorrow night. Blue Jays and Mariners after the Mariners won in 15 innings early this morning here in the Central Time Zone anyway. At 12:15, the walk-off run.
Wow.
It was great baseball, Nelly. Just great baseball. Every pitch meant so much.
12:15, I was long in the wind.
I wanted to be, but they just kept going. Iowa now up 17-0 over Wisconsin. I'm not turning that on if I go home. Because if anything bad happens, I'm going to feel like a jinx, and I can't do it. Just can't do it. Even though, and you know this as the sports fan you are, this is my, third or fourth day in a row with my white Dodger hat on because I wore the blue one, and then they lost, so I changed to the white one, and they won. So now I can't take it off.
Now you can't take it off.
It makes no dang difference of what's going to happen.
You do know that, right?
I do know that, but I can't help it.
Okay, that's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
It's like as a coach, if your team wins, you're going to do the same thing.
No, I don't do that.
Well, you still put your Velcro shoes on.
Oh, I do, but that's a consistent.
Oh, okay. Now, you had some Jordan ones a few times. Duncan dumps it off to Gardner Casey, who's hit right away. But he gets out of that tackle, continues towards the middle of the field where he's hit by Max Rascon Jr. And it'll bring up fourth down and about 4. And the Red Raider offense stays on the field with 13 minutes to go. 4th down and 4 from the 12.
Here we go.
Huge play defensively right here. Gardner Casey in the backfield with Colby Duncan. Duncan takes the snap, 3-step drop, now rolls to his right, throws over the middle, and it's complete. I think he got it. He did.
Wow.
A sliding catch by Cohen Jacobs. And it'll be 1st down and goal, Northwestern. What a huge sliding catch.
Yeah. And in the teeth of pressure, that's a really nice thrown football, too.
Scouting the far side receiver for Northwestern. 2 wide receivers to the near. Carson Ness, the wide out as Casey takes the handoff. It is tripped up. Little to no gain on the play. So you're not going to watch the Cubs game tonight?
I am not.
Oh, I'll send you updates.
I probably won't answer.
That's fine. You don't answer when I text you half the time anyway. Oh, it's JB deleted. I think he got me blocked. I'm not sure.
That's not true.
I know. Eli Carpenter joins the backfield for the Red Raiders. Duncan out of the shotgun, looks, and is nailed and goes down by Joseph Caceres.
Wow.
Kyle Gibson in on the tackle as well.
And he came through untouched because he was in full sprint mode.
That is a huge sack back to the 12-yard line, and it's 3rd down and goal from the 12.
I haven't referenced my good buddy Brian Ross lately, but that was I.
So 3rd down and goal at the 12. Down to 5 on the play clock. Duncan empties the backfield. Pressure comes off the edge. Pass is complete to Casey. He'll get a couple inside the 10. Or right at the 10. So it'll be 4th down and goal at the 10, and the Red Raiders will send the field goal unit out. The Chargers have blocked a kick today.
Yes.
That was a Yeltama punt. Today's game brought to you by IBC, Chesterman Company, R.E. Scott, and Pizza Ranch. That sounds good. It's Bennett on to kick. And Bennett's field goal splits the uprights, and it's good. And it's Northwestern 15, and the Chargers nothing here with 10 minutes and 6 seconds to play.
And now definitely downs and possessions are going to be a premium here as we got some work to do offensively.
Today's game also brought to you by Sport Clips, where guys win. Unless you're Nelly and you don't need it.
No.
RBC Wealth Management, Serpro of Siouxland, and Kneffler Chevrolet, 100 Jackson Street, downtown Sioux City.
I think there's some just for men in my future, though. I'm going to have to dye the...
Why?
What do you think?
No.
No?
I got way more gray than you, and I'm younger than you.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I'm a silver fox.
You're something.
I'm a silver dumpster fire.
You're a mess.
That's what I said, dumpster fire. All good.
Oh, my goodness.
At least I know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to hide behind it. There's
no,
that.
You're not. And that would just be fake if I did that, huh?
I know. So on our morning show here on our local station, KSCJ, my morning show co-host and I were, as it goes over Westbrook's head, but he goes back to see if he can get some blockers out in front of him. He'll get out to about the 21-yard line. We were discussing Halloween costumes, and I am a huge Addams Family fan, and I just love the new Netflix series Wednesday. And Fred Armisen plays Uncle Fester, and he's great. He's absolutely great. I said, here's what I should do. If I shave my face and shave my head, I could find somebody to do the Fester makeup and come in. Nobody would know who I was. if I did that.
You go.
I couldn't do it.
No?
I don't think I could shave my face.
That was a big ruckus.
Mm-hmm. I haven't been clean shaven in probably 25 years. Well, since middle school. Probably even more than that. Catch over the middle by Kamane Flurme at the 30-yard line is enough for a 22-yard gain and a first down Chargers. But I thought, wouldn't that be funny? Put my contacts in. Nobody would have a
Nobody
clue.
would have an idea. Hey, can I help you, sir?
They go, who are you? Why are you here?
Can I help you, sir?
I don't think I could shave. I just don't think I could do it. The funny part is, though, if I shave my face right now by 5 o'clock tomorrow night, I'd have most of it back. I'm serious. Saya wants to throw again. Saya steps up in the pocket, looks out over the middle, has Flaherty at the 35, so that'll be a gain of 5 on first down as the Chargers look to push the turbo button here just a little bit. Yeah, I couldn't tell you the last time I was clean shaven.
That's okay. I'm gonna give it a.
And now
I'm gonna give it a shot. Let it grow.
Now it's just gray.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Now I'm just letting it thicken in a little more because I'm getting too lazy to trim. Just let it go. That's why we're on the this side without the cameras. Saya steps up and throws. It's incomplete. Caught by Coach Cozy at the 40-yard line, and that's not a good thing because he's out of bounds. Ivan Funderburk, the intended receiver. Just for men, get out of here. You come in looking like that, you will hear it, dude.
There's no way. And my wife did ask me to, and I'm like, yeah, no.
I give you enough grief anyway, but that's like double trouble right there.
Nonstop.
Mm-hmm. Third down and 4 from the 36. Saya to throw. Looks and overthrows Chase Thomas. It's incomplete. And it's 4th down and 4 from the 36-yard line, and the Chargers will have to punt it away. I even asked my girls. They're going to be 14 and 12 here in the next, well, the young mouth breather will be 12 in 9 days, and the other one will be 14 in December. They have never seen me clean shaven. I said, should I do it and do a little Uncle Fester action? Like, no, Dad, no. Bosma makes the catch and covered beautifully by the Chargers. Kevon Booker on special teams makes a wonderful tackle. So, yeah, it's not going to happen.
So it's not going to, yeah, so.
No, I'll probably do what I normally do for Halloween if I pass out candy is I put the headset on and a Hawkeye shirt and I say I'm Kirk Ferentz.
That doesn't work.
It's easy.
Huh.
I got the headset, I got a Hawkeye hat and a Hawkeye shirt. I'm Kirk Ferentz.
Just chewing your gum, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. Illegal formation by the Chargers declined by the Red Raiders. They'll take over at the 30 with 8:25 to go and a 15-0 lead. What's wrong with that?
I guess I could shave and get rid of all of this and be Steve Harvey.
You do not. You are, no.
You don't think I can pass for that?
You're not as funny.
Okay, I could be Uncle Phil. There you go. I think I could pull that off.
I like the Uncle Phil idea. Great character. Gardner Casey bottled up by multiple Chargers.
And I don't have
Max Rascon Jr. and Chase Brown in the middle of it all.
And I don't have to shave or do anything.
What's up, Uncle Phil?
Yeah, I might have to eat a little bit more and get fluffier.
Yeah, but he had a more.
That is true.
He did trim down a little bit. 2nd down and 10.
And he was a big guy though. He was big,
about a foot taller than you.
I think. Yeah, so I can't pull that.
You can't fake that.
No.
I like Uncle Phil. That's a good one.
He's like
one of my favorite
one
characters.
Of the favorites.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 2nd down and 10 at the 30. Colby Duncan to throw, flushed out of the pocket. To his left, he's just going to run, and he's going to be chased out of bounds. Bowser, the closest defender, who helps him make the decision to go out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 2, and another big 3rd down play here defensively. I mean, I think you just get a different style of glasses, and he goes John Thompson. He's one of your guys.
Okay, he is one of my guys.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Put a suit and tie on, you're good to go.
I like it.
He is a big fella, though, too.
He's a big fella. I don't think I can pull that off.
3rd down and 2. Duncan fires quick. It's caught for a first down and more at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, and off to the races. This is going to be a Northwestern touchdown by Tanner Scouten. Tanner Scouten from 62 yards away, and it's a Northwestern touchdown. Boy, does he got some serious speed.
Yeah. He went from 0 to 60 miles an hour in a hurry.
Scouten's second touchdown of the season is a huge one, and it's 21-0 Red Raiders. Wow, wow, wow. A huge burst of speed. And it'll be Bennett on for the extra point, the redshirt freshman from Urbandale. And the kick is good. And it's Northwestern 22. And the Chargers nothing with 6:48 to play in the ball game. See what the Chargers can do here offensively. The Red Raiders leading in total offense, 356 to 197. Scouten now 5 catches with 158 yards and 2 scores, which are touchdown 2 and 3 on the season for the young man, the senior out of Orange City. .254 passing for Duncan today. Laramie and Westbrook are back deep.
A house call here would be really nice.
See if Westbrook or Laramie can get out into the open. It'll be Kimani across the 20, 25, and out to the 29-yard line. So 1st and 10 Chargers. 6:43 to go, and time not on the side of the cliff here. Need some quick strike offense. See what they can get accomplished. Saya on 1st down. Wants to throw, gets some time, and hit as he throws. And they're going to let the play continue, but I think that's an incomplete pass, and now it is finally called incomplete. But that's always one where you can go back and say, no, that's an incomplete pass. So you. Right. No, Mr. Referee all over it. Got no problem with the way he handled that whatsoever. 2nd down and 10 at the 30. Saya back at it. Saya in the pocket, throws out over the middle, and it's incomplete. And it'll be 3rd down and 10, intended for Jaden Westbrook. Yeah. Whatever he said.
What he said.
Yeah.
I like it.
You getting cold?
No.
Oh. This is a nice, comfortable net, isn't it?
Hmm?
So 3rd down and 10 from the 30-yard line. It's Saya. Saya is hit, dropped the football, and had to grab it back into the 27. He'll go down. It'll bring up 4th down and long. It'll be 4th down and 13, and Jacob Myers will have to punt it away, which will be his 4th punt of the day.
Just something very uncharacteristic tonight about the offense. Tough time moving the football.
So 22-0 Northwestern. Myers to kick. Bosma waits for it. Myers gets off a very, very high boot. And ball hits a Charger. But I don't think it hit a Red Raider, honestly. I think it'll be down at the 38, so to speak. Or is it? Did it hit a Red Raider? This one will be looked at without a doubt. I don't know that it did. Watching it live,
it hit somebody because
it did hit somebody.
Yeah.
But the Red Raiders are setting out their defense. I know their coaching staff having a little discussion with the referees on the far side of the field, but as of right now, it's going to be Charger football. Yeah. Okay. It must have hit a Red Raider because there really isn't a whole lot of Okay, yeah. The kicking team was blocked into the receiver.
Yep.
So it was a fumble and ruled Briar football.
Yep. Which is why a lot of times you just got to clear out of there on that situation.
Northwestern takes a timeout, their second timeout of the half. So great explanation by the White Hat.
Yeah. And that's why a lot of times as a receiving team, you got to clear out of there. And if that takes a Briar Cliff bounce, so what? But you still have first touching, and you're going to have the football, and that's why it's so important. Like, so it confused me when we watched him step up to where the pressure was coming from. Like, this ain't gonna end well.
So it ends with the Chargers having the football, and with 5:41 to go. And the Red Raider coaching staff must be awfully content with what was said because they have not elected to challenge the play, I don't believe.
Oh, it doesn't look like it.
So the explanation given by the Stripes was good to go by Coach Matt McCarty. All right, so first down and 10 Chargers at the 38-yard line. Sia and company back at it. Sia wants to throw. Sia steps up under pressure, and he's hit from behind, and now we got a flag on the play.
It's going to be a hold, I believe.
Down to the 40. Loss of 2 and pending the penalty. So that'll move the Chargers back to midfield and make it second down and 22. Or first down and 22, I'm sorry. First down and 20. That play doesn't count. It's a hold. Sorry. I know that. Just didn't come out right.
Okay.
Yeah. Past my bedtime. Teeth are in the glass. Sia throws, has a man. Oh, it's incomplete. Intended downfield for Isaiah Lambert. Just went through his outstretched hands. Not a badly thrown ball at all by Brock Sia.
Say teeth in the glass, but you're talking about going home and watching baseball and eating popcorn.
Oh, I'm going to.
But your teeth aren't going to be in the
glass. Not yet.
Okay.
Now I'll watch baseball. See, I have the on my big TV, I can put 4 games on at once, so that's what I'll do. 4 footballs and a baseball probably, but I'll have the sound on the baseball. Sia goes down with a sack. Lane Kenny leads the way for the Northwestern defense on the sack. And that'll bring up third down and about a mile. Third down and 28. Back to the 44-yard line. They need the 28 in Northwestern territory to keep this drive going. 4:35 to play. Saya takes the snap. Red Raiders bring the pressure. Dumped off to Whiting. He's got the 45. Bulls forward to the 43-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 13. And it cuts it about in half. It'll be fourth down and 15.
Yeah, four down territory no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's good that they got half of that back anyway.
So fourth down and 15 at the 43-yard line. Snap waist high back to Saya. Saya hit as he throws, and it's caught by Jaden Westbrook. Or did he drop it at the end? No, he did catch it, but at the 31, shy of the first down. Gain of 12 yards, but it's a turnover on downs to the Northwestern Red Raiders. So first and 10 Northwestern, they lead it 22-0. Probably see a heavy dose of Gardner Casey and Solomon T here. Or some design running, more design running by Colby Duncan. Chargers do have 2 timeouts, but a handoff goes to the redshirt freshman, Eli Carpenter from Dallas Center Grimes High School. Gain of 9 will bring up second down and 1, but the Red Raiders will take their time. Three minutes, 13 seconds left. Still 13 on the play clock. They'll break the huddle with 5. And the handoff will again go to Carpenter. He's got a first down and more out near midfield. He'll be tackled at the 49-yard line, and that's a gain of 9. Chargers at Midland next week, who upset 17th-ranked Concordia 60-52. Then at home against Doane before finishing the season on the road at Concordia and Waldorf. So one more home game for the Charger football team this season will be the 25th. Nelly and I will be here for that, of course. And then the following weekend, Nelly, we got
some hoops.
4 basketball games to do in 2 days.
Loving it.
I know that breaks your heart.
It does.
Carpenter wrestled down for a loss.
It does not.
Michael Caceres on the tackle. We'll have Midland, St. Ambrose, and Grandview in town. So the Chargers will take on St. Ambrose and Grandview. And Midland will be the other team. Obviously, Briarcliff and Midland will not play, being that they're GPAC opponents and will play twice this season. So Midland will play Grandview one day and St. Ambrose the other day to get all 3 of those teams 2 games along with the Cliff Ladies. But the Cliff Ladies will open up the 24th at home, actually, against Tabor.
Out of Kansas, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As of right now, Nelly and I unavailable for that one, so we won't be there, but
bummer.
We'll be for the rest of the season.
Yep.
That dang day job.
Yep, because what day is that on?
24th.
Oh, 24th.
Final night of the high school football regular season. I suppose I should fulfill my work obligations.
You should.
Second down and 12 of the 47 after the timeout with 2:06 to go. We'll have the 2-minute stoppage of play coming up here in just a minute as Duncan fires deep to Scouten in stride. Touchdown Northwestern.
Wow.
47-yard touchdown. Actually be a 51-yard touchdown from the Northwestern 49, and it's 28-0 Red Raiders. So following this, we'll have our 2-minute timeout.
Boy, Iowa up 20-0.
Yeah, they just kicked a field goal.
Whew. Okay.
Which Iowa team is that?
Oh, it's one that probably needs to continue to show up.
I'd say, but that's uncharacteristic. Not that I don't like it. Don't get me wrong, but extra point for Northwestern is blocked. So it's 28-0, back to a traditional football score. And we'll take the 2-minute timeout here on the Charger Sports Network. Northwestern 28 and Briarcliff nothing at bcuchargers.com. We'll be right back.
Briarcliff University, you're more than just a number. You're part of a community that sees you, supports you, and walks beside you every step of the way. With small class sizes, professors know your name and care about your goals. And because we believe in your future, every traditional undergraduate receives a scholarship to make college more affordable. At Briarcliff, you'll build confidence, find your purpose, and belong. Discover the difference at briarcliff.edu.
Back on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. JB and Nelly, Andy, our producer extraordinaire, here pushing all the buttons and making sure everything is looking good on your screen. However you're watching, thank you for joining us here tonight. We really, really appreciate it, and all of our broadcast here on the Charger Sports Network. It'll be a short kick and take it by Jesse Hastings across the 30 to the 32-yard line. So the big 5'11", 275-pound defensive lineman says, I'm going to give me a few yards.
Absolutely.
I like it. So 1:52 left to play. Next broadcast here on the Charger Sports Network for us will be October 25th. As the Chargers are at Midland next week. Midland Warriors playing good football, putting up a 60 spot this week. That wasn't overtime, but I believe it was 45-45 at the end of regulation, tied with 17th ranked Concordia. Side to throw on first down. Fires over the middle, and it's caught. And out near the first down is Nicholas Norman. At the 44-yard line, he will make the catch. So it'll be first down and 10. And right back of the football are the Chargers. Side to throw, looks far side, has his man, Stephen Whiting, who steps out he'll step out short. Ball at the 48 of the Red Raiders. He's second down at about 2 with 1.5 to play. So second down and 2, 93 seconds left. Saya wants to sling it again. He looks deep. Throws downfield for Westbrook. It's overthrown and incomplete. Down inside the 5-yard line. He was double covered, but Saya threw a bullet down to him regardless.
And not long by much.
Not long
Couple
by
yards.
much. Yeah. So they'll break the huddle on 3rd down and 2. Minute 26 to go. Red Raiders will even off their record at 3-3, both overall and in the conference. Saya has time, throws, it goes through the hands of Norman, and it's intercepted. So it'll be 1st and 10 Northwestern at the 45, and they'll just have to drop to a knee a few times, and that'll pretty much be it. Briarcliff will fall to 4-3 overall and 3-3 in Great Plains Athletic Conference play, tied with Northwestern in that part of the conference standings. Middle of the conference, well, even after the Dort and Morningsides, it's a jumble of teams.
Yeah. Yep. And it seems like it's that way like every season too.
Yeah.
So, fortunate for Briarcliff this year, they're kind of in the mix of that jumbled.
They absolutely are in the mix. And Midland, Doane, Concordia, and Waldorf, the remainder of the schedule over the last 4 weeks, with 3 of those on the road. So the Chargers will have to be road warriors here for a little bit, but nothing. No, you're good. Yeah, there we go. Nothing they can't handle. More Northwestern today, 58 plays for 424 yards of offense. Briarcliff, 64 plays for 226 yards of offense. Colby Duncan, 16 of 27 for 307, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. Brock Saya, 15 of 30 for 120 yards, no touchdowns and an interception. And the Red Raiders will not have to down it again. Final score, Northwestern at 28 and Briarcliff nothing here on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. And some more final stats for you. It was Colby Duncan running for 13 carries, 51 yards. But definitely, if you're looking for a player of the game nominee, I don't think it's very, very hard when you look at Northwestern. Tanner Scouten, 6 catches, 211 yards receiving, and 3 touchdowns.
Just, wow. We're able to put on a passing display